In the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most compassionate. Peace be upon you. It's me, Mr. Khalid Al-Ayyat, from Sharqiyya South Governorate, Ministry of Education, Sultanate of Oman. Hello my dear students, how are you? I hope you are all fine. Welcome to English for Me series, Grade 10, Semester B, Unit 1, Lesson 2, Grammar and Vocabulary, Part 2. Now let's get started. Open your class book, page 7. Synonyms, similes, and metaphors. We are going to study the meaning of these three words. Okay. We start with synonym. A synonym is a word or a phrase that has a similar meaning, equivalence to another word or phrase. For example, old, it means ancient. At the same time, it means antique. Also, it means aged. So these four words are similar or meaning the same. It gives the same meaning. They give the same meaning. All of these words mean not new. So this is what's meant by synonym, equivalent. Old is equal ancient, equal antique, equal aged. Okay, using synonyms in a story makes it more interesting. That's right. Don't repeat the same word again and again in your story. Don't say old, old. You may vary or change. Sometimes use old, another time use ancient, antique, aged. And try to differ your words. Tell me that you are excellent student, you are an excellent student, and you deserve the full mark. Okay, simile. A simile. What's meant by a simile? A simile is an expression that compares two things with similar characteristics using as or like. For example, the thunder roared like an angry lion. Like here, to give a comparison. Or this is a simile. She was as quiet as a mouse. As is. This is a simile. We make a simile here from she. She was as quiet as a mouse. The thunder and the lion, they are equal in anger. Like an angry lion, roared like an angry lion. Okay, we move to a metaphor. Metaphor is an expression that describes something by comparing it to something else with similar characteristics. To describe something by comparing it, to compare between two things to something else with similar characteristics. Metaphors are often not literal. They aren't literal. For example, we will illustrate more, and you may need to think about them to understand. For example, he has a heart of gold. He has a heart of gold. Does this mean that his heart is made of gold? No, this is not. It means a person cannot really have a heart made of gold. So this is not literal. It doesn't give the same meaning. It means a heart of gold. It means a person has a good heart and is kind. He is a kind person. He has a heart of gold. It means he is a kind person. Okay, very good. Now we move to your workbook or class book. We move to workbook or skills book. Open your skills book, page 5. Activity number 4, simile or metaphor. Read the description below. Decide whether each description here contains a simile or metaphor. Write S here for simile and M for metaphor in the space next to each description. Okay. Her hair was as black as night. We say that her hair was as black as night. Is this a simile or a metaphor? As. So this is simile. Very good. Excellent. So we write here S, simile, not metaphor. My computer is a dinosaur. Oh, this is not real. My computer is not a dinosaur. But this is a metaphor, because we compare them in some characteristics. Okay. Her words are always pearls of wisdom. Her words are not pearls of wisdom. So this is also metaphor. She was as busy as a bee. Very good. Simile. Excellent. Very good. We move to activity number 5. Read and discuss. This is a very important activity. Read and discuss the meanings of each simile or metaphor with your group. Write the meanings in the spaces provided. Okay. When I say I slept like a baby last night, what do we mean I slept like a baby? What do we mean here? It means I slept very well last night. I slept very well last night. Okay? We move to number 2. Her answer was as clear as mud. Her answer was as clear as mud. What do we mean by this, as clear as mud? It means that something is very difficult to understand, as mud isn't clear. Mud isn't clear. So her answer was difficult to understand. So her answer, it means that something is very difficult to understand because mud isn't clear. My brother is as brave as a lion. My brother is as brave as. This is simile. Okay? It means a person is a very brave. It means because lions are considered to be courageous. Again, a person is very brave because lions are considered to be courageous animals. These are similes. We move to metaphors here. Look at the picture. My exam was as breeze. This is a breeze. Breeze, it means soft wind. It means that my exam was very easy. Was very easy. This is a bird. My sister is an early bird. Is an early bird. It means a person who wakes up early and arrives early. She wakes up early or arrives early. So my sister is an early bird. The last picture, I was dead tired. I'm dead tired. after the hike. It means I'm very tired. I'm really tired. I'm absolutely exhausted. We move to activity number 6. We move to activity number 6. Read the examples of similes and metaphors to describe characters. Write a simile or a metaphor to describe the appearance, how he looks, feelings, how he feels, and behavior of a character, how he behaves. What's about his attitude? Okay, examples. Her skin was as white as snow. This is simile. As white as snow, simile. It means she was very pale. She was very pale. She has a pale skin. She has a pale skin. Pale, it means white. His eyes were diamonds. His eyes were diamonds. This is a metaphor. Okay, it means what? His eyes were attractive. Diamond here, it means attractive. She was an ugly duckling. She was an ugly duckling. We know the story of the ugly duckling. It was when duckling was so young, it was ugly. But when it grew bigger and became a beautiful duckling, it means that she was ugly when she was young, but when she grew up to be beautiful, she became very beautiful when she grew up. Her hands were like ice. This is feelings. Ice, like ice, like. So this is simile. What does this mean? What we mean by that? Meaning her hands were very cold. Her hands were very cold, like ice. She felt as free as a bird. She felt as free as a bird. This is simile also. It means what? She had nothing to worry about at that time. She had nothing to worry about at that time. She felt as free as free as. His mood was dark. His mood was dark. He was in a bad mood. He was in a bad mood. Then we move to behavior. She is as quiet as a mouse. She is as quiet as a mouse. What do we mean by this? This is also simile. It means she is very quiet. She is very quiet. He acts like a clown. He acts like a clown. This is a simile also. Clown. Clown. We know the meaning of a clown. It means he is an idiot. Idiot, stupid. He is an idiot person. He is a bad apple. He is a bad apple. He is a bad person. Apple. He is a bad apple. He is a bad person. Now we move again to class book, page 7. Activity number 2. Read and find. Read the story extracts below. In each extract, find a word with the same meaning as the word in bold. I want you to give me the same meaning. The word in bold, you have to find a similar synonym. We know that synonym, it means to give the same meaning. Number 1. We entered the dark forest nervously. It was so gloomy that we couldn't see beyond our own hands. So, what's meant by gloomy? Gloomy, it means the same word as dark. Very good. It gives the same meaning. We have to vary between these two words. Gloomy, sometimes we use gloomy, sometimes we use dark to give the same meaning. Number 2, I followed the instructions carefully and switched on the machine. Suddenly, it made a loud noise and exploded. There was something wrong with the device. Machine and device. Very good. Device, it gives the same meaning. Gloomy and dark. Number 3. My grandmother looked over her glasses and asked him to bring in the bags. Then she asked him to fetch more wood for the fire. So bring. What's meant here by bring? Another word. Okay, very good. Fetch. Fetch, it means, it gives the same meaning as bring. Fetch, it means bring. We move to the last activity, activity number 3, read and complete. Read the sentences below and choose the correct option, A or B, to complete each sentence. Learning strategy first. Some synonyms cannot be used interchangeably. For example, we can say an old woman, but we cannot say an antique woman. Yes, old, it means antique, but they are not equal. They cannot be used here. Antique cannot be used here. An antique woman, no, this is wrong. Therefore, it is important to learn both the meaning of words and the contexts in which they can be used. Okay? We move to number one. People say fierce video games or violent video games. We cannot say fierce video games, violent games. We say violent games, not fierce. People say violent video games have a negative effect on teenagers. Although violent, it means fierce, they give the same meanings, but here it cannot be. It cannot give the same meaning. Fierce cannot be used here. Reem will travel or commute to France in the summer. So we say here Reem will travel to France in the summer. So we cannot use commute here. Why? Because commute, it means to travel also, but to travel or to go from home to work and from work to home only. The journey from home to work. The ice on the lake was too slim or thin to walk on. Slim or thin, okay, that's very good. Thin. Although thin, it means slim. But here we cannot use slim because slim is usually used for people. Number 4. At the end of the story, the police caught the wrong or incorrect person. Of course, very good. The wrong person. So, wrong, it means incorrect. But we cannot use incorrect here. Why? Because incorrect answers. We say incorrect answers. The wrong person. Very good. The last one. He yawned and said, let's go. House or home? Let's go. Let's go home. Of course, let's go home. We don't say let's go house, let's go home. Thank you very much for following me. We come to the end of this video. I hope you have benefited from this video. Thank you again. See you later, alligator. Goodbye.